We are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and today we will be talking the AL and NLDS. We will be also looking at the NFL card because by the time I get off of work tomorrow, the card will, I would be starting the show up at this time and half the games, or more than half the games, start up at 1 o'clock. So we will talk over NFL like we normally do on Saturdays, and we will talk over the MLB card as well. Before we jump into it, we'll look back at yesterday, and it was a down day yesterday. It could have been a split even, but unfortunately, Charlotte had a shot to cover. Instead, they pushed. I had a 28. They pushed the 28 on a last-minute touchdown that turned it from a 47-26 to a 54-26. So screw you, South Florida, for that one. New Mexico was a loser. The under in the BYU game was a loser. I did get the cover with Princeton. So it ended up being a 1-1-2 night. Wasn't what I wanted. But we're fully loaded on college football today. What's the current scenario with college football? Because what is pending today? We have Purdue plus 9.5, who is currently down 3. We have UAB plus 7, which is currently down 7. We have Clemson minus 14. They're up 28-3. We have Ball State plus 15. They're down 7. We have Navy minus 12. They're tied. We have Kentucky plus 20.5. They're down 7. So we'll see how those games go. But bad day yesterday. We'll see what happens with today. But we'll go ahead and talk over some baseball and some football. Before we get into it, we are currently live on the Earle Sports Bets YouTube channel, the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel, along with ESB on Twitch, my personal Twitter, the Picks and Parleys Twitter, ESB on Kick, and ESB on TikTok. So we're live all over the place. If you guys have not been following all around, you guys definitely should. And if you guys want the card, it's already that's where you can find it on the TikTok stream right now if you want it right off the rip. So there you go. But we'll go ahead and jump into the card, and we'll start off in baseball because this game starts at 2 o'clock. We've got the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. The Brewers are going to be throwing Freddie Peralta. The Cubs will be throwing Matt Boyd. Matthew Boyd is going to be on short rest because he pitched on the 30th. So he'll have one less day of rest than he normally would after a 4 1/3 innings. Oh, he only had 58 pitches, so I guess it's not bad. 1 earned run, 4 hits, 4 1/3 innings against the San Diego Padres in the Game 1 win. Freddie Peralta last pitched on the last Sunday of the year. He pitched against the Reds, went 2 innings. So they got him a little bit of work, but Freddie Peralta has been fantastic this year. And I know I might have a contrarian opinion. If I had to vote for the Cy Young Award, it's Freddie Peralta from the National League. 33 starts, a 17-6 record with a 2.7 ERA, 176 innings pitched, 53 earned runs, 204 strikeouts. Yes, I know Skeens was more dominant, but where is Skeens playing right now? Skeens was dominant in a non-stressful situation. Freddie Peralta was dominant in a spot that he had to constantly be pitching well. So I like Freddie Peralta. That would be like my Cy Young pick. So 100% going to give the pitching advantage there. Hitting advantage, I believe, is also with the Brewers. Either way, I'm on the Brewers today. I think I looked at this series because I originally thought it was going to be Brewers and Padres, and I was wrong. But I looked at this one. Everybody's doubting the Brewers. Everybody's already marking them a loser. Like having that, and I did too. I'm not going to fall for that. I took the Brewers. I took them on the run line. The run line is sitting at plus 157, I believe it was. So I'm going to be in on the Brewers off the rip. I already have it up on the site, but I'm on the Brewers to start off the day. I took their run line at plus 157 in this one. We keep on rolling. We got the Yankees and the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are minus 125 with a total of 8.5. We got Luis Gil taking on Gausman. Gil is, of course, covers doesn't want to work. Covers, please. Really? Okay, then. Thanks for nothing, covers. Let's go and pull up the MLB card, or MLB. Luis Gil, 4-1 this year to a 3.32 ERA. 11 starts, in 57 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts, and a 1.4 WHIP. He's made a couple appearances in playoff games, 8 innings to a 6.75 ERA, a 6.75 ERA. On the opposite side, we got Kevin Gausman, which Kevin Gausman's been consistent all year. A 3.59 ERA in 32 starts, a 10-11 record, 193 innings pitched, 48 walks, 77 earned runs, and 189 strikeouts. I am going to give the pitching advantage to Gausman. I just think he's just overall the better pitcher. And I look at this Blue Jays team. I originally had the Red Sox taking out the Blue Jays. I think the Blue Jays now have a chance to go to the CS. I was more worried about Boston than the Yankees. And I did take the Blue Jays on the money line. And I got them at minus 117. It's up to 125 now. So line movement in my direction. I do like the Blue Jays in this one versus the Yankees. Joseph in the TikTok chat is run line the spread. Yes, I should probably just have done this. Yes, run line. RL is run line. Afternoon, Timmy. What's up, Untouchable? Welcome. Went 2-2 predicting winners so far this postseason. Chicago and LA, Cleveland and Boston. So you like the National League. You don't like the American League right now. That's fair. I got you, Joseph. May all of your bets hit today. Dude, I hope so. But we'll keep on rolling. We've got the Dodgers and the Phillies. The Phillies are minus 120 with a total of 7 in this game. Shohei Ohtani and Christopher Sanchez. Now, Ohtani has not really pitched a whole lot this year, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get... Oh, no, I can. 14 starts, a 2.87 ERA, and 47 innings pitched, 15 earned runs, 62 strikeouts. He's been in the innings that he does pitch, he has been solid. On the opposite side, we've got Christopher Sanchez, who I believe was number 2 in the Cy Young odds this year. 32 games, 13-5 record, a 2.5 ERA, 202 innings, 56 earned runs, 44 walks, 212 strikeouts. Yeah, Christopher Sanchez probably has the pitching advantage in this one. I am going to be taking the Dodgers, though. I think Dodgers have the hitting advantage because Dodgers, I believe, are 111 WRC plus for the Dodgers versus lefties. Phillies versus righties. Oh, that's strikeout rate. Phillies versus righties, 110. So, yeah, hitting advantage towards the Dodgers. I do like the Dodgers, and I think the Dodgers win this series. I think it's more like Dodgers in 4 in this one. I think this is just a bad setup for the Phillies, just because you saw what the Dodgers lost 2 out of 3 in their last series against them, but the starting pitching for the Dodgers absolutely shut them down. And if they can get strong enough bullpen from them, I think they'll be just fine. I'm on the Dodgers here with Shohei Ohtani. I got plus 107 on the Dodgers as well. TikTok chat saying, what up? What's up, Joey? Welcome. Appreciate the gift. And then Brandon saying Blue Jays. Yes, I like the Blue Jays today. New York Yankees. No, I'm not on the Yankees today. Nope, I'm going to be on the Blue Jays. You Savage sighting this series, please. Game 2. Your Savage is getting game 2, and I'm super pumped for it. Love to see it. Might be the only reason I want Toronto to win the series. Besides the fact that they're, playing the Yankees. Yeah, no, I would definitely, I definitely like the Yankees to lose, but I do think Toronto's a better team. Reds get steamrolled. Wasn't surprising. Think the other team that didn't get in might have made it go 3 instead of getting swept. I agree, but at the end of the day, Dodgers would have made it out regardless. Dodgers first 5. I could see a first 5. I don't hate that. TikTok chat is going saying you took Freddie Peralta 5 strikeouts. Yeah, I mean, Freddie Peralta's been solid. Righties, they're against the Cubs. Cubs strikeout rate versus righties is 20%, so it's not super high. So I'm not sure how much I like that. But I'm not going to talk you off of it. Bad side, kiddo. Nope. Yankees in 3. Nope. Dylan Hunt, how many units you up in NFL this season? Let's go and look. I'm pulling it up on my bet stamp. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna have to do that through. I'm gonna have to pause the TikTok stream then. Trying to figure out what I'm up or whatever, and we'll set it back to there. A screenshot. My phone's being slow, and I love that. Ay. Phone, come on. NFL. All right, I'm back. I'm up 3 units in the NFL this year. I'm up 3 units. I had one bad week. And one ugly week that kind of tanked it. But I'm up 3 units. Dodgers might not make it past the Phillies. Nope, I think they do. I would love to see the Yankees lose. I agree, Adrian. I would love to see it. Yeah, as an Orioles fan, still hate the Yankees since Mayer stole that ball from. There you go. Sprinkling Vandy money line. I'm on Vandy today. Sure, why not? Let's head to the final MLB game of the day, and it's the Seattle Mariners and the Detroit Tigers. You've got the Mariners sitting around minus 200 with a total of 7. You got Melton taking on Kirby. Kirby's been great. I'm a big fan of Kirby this year. 22 starts, a 4.24 ERA, 121 innings. I believe he had 2 rough starts against the Mets and Tampa that really ballooned his ERA, and that was in Tampa, so bad stadium. Other than that, he's been great all year. And Melton's going to be 3 to 4 inning guy, maybe. Not even. 2 innings. So it's going to be a bullpen game from the Detroit Tigers, who just went through a 3-game series, used a lot of pitching. I think this is a Seattle smash spot here. I took Seattle on the run line. I was able to get that at plus 117. I think this is going to be your biggest blowout series. Obviously, it's the favored one to be the biggest blowout, but I could see Seattle taking care of them in 3 games. I could see this one being a sweep, to be honest. So I do like Seattle to end my baseball card. Kirk, Wells, and Volpe strikeouts. A Kirk hit, and so you're taking that's a 3-legger. I don't hate that. Nerfy and Seattle first 5. Go for it. Go for it, dude. Actually, shoot. I gotta do something on YouTube real quick. Well, we're gonna go ahead over to the UAB scored. Let's go. we'll go ahead and head over to the NFL, which should be a fun week. And I will mention the contest play because all the contest plays are going to be on Sunday. Contest plays the last 2 weeks are 9-1. And the only one that lost was the San Francisco 49ers 2 weeks ago. So on a nice little run with the contest plays, which if you guys can see here, I'm going to be on a bunch of these for contest plays. But we're going to start off with the Vikings and the Browns. This one is the London game. And we've got the Vikings as 3.5-point favorites with a total of 36.5. Vikings 2-2, Cleveland 1-3. Vikings with wins over the Bears and the Bengals, losses to Atlanta and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was in Ireland last week. Browns this year, 1-3. Their only win was a miracle win against the Packers. Other than that, losses to the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Lions, which is not – you didn't lose about – although – no, that was a Joe Burrow-led Bengals team, so at least you got that going for him. But not exactly a great start to the year for Cleveland, although it could be 0-4. Now, I looked at this game, and one thing that kind of became apparent to me is that the Browns were a huge public dog to the point where 85% of the money is on them. And the line's gone from 3 to 3.5. I personally got the Vikings at -3, at -116. It's up to a 3.5. I think the Vikings bounce back after a bad first week in overseas. I think they bounce back and finish 1-1 for the Europe trip. So give me the Vikings to start off my NFL card. Vikings minus. I got 3. I would still take 3.5. Aaron in the TikTok chat saying Contreras and Frelick for a hit. Hey, as long as it gets my Brewers there, I'm down for it. I'm hoping to see some offense from them. Untouchable. Do you like Maryland spread and under against the Huskies? I'll be honest, I did not bet it. Did not bet that game. Ugly game. Minnesota kicker over his field goals. Sure. And the under. I could see an under in this game as well. Sanders starting. No, it is Gabriel. It's Gabriel playing starting for the Browns. It is not Shedeur Sanders, which is absolutely hilarious. But no, it is not. And then Devon is saying Oregon money line. Who is Oregon playing that you could actually money line them? Oregon's not playing. I'm confused. I'm confused. Where are you getting Oregon money line? Ellie, appreciate you following the TikTok. There you go. Joey's cousin Carson over an interception. Sure. UCLA spread. Yes, UCLA spread today. Oregon State. Sorry. No, I do not like Oregon State today. No, I do not. Not in the slightest. I'm on App State. I'm on App State. 100%. All over App State today. Let's keep on rolling. We got the Broncos taking on the Eagles. Eagles minus 4.5 with a total of 43.5. Eagles are undefeated to start off the year. Anybody surprised? No? Okay. Eagles starting off with wins against Dallas, Kansas City, the Rams, and the Bucks, covering in 3 out of 4 of those games. On the opposite side, you got the Denver Broncos, who are now 2-2. Wins against Tennessee and Cincinnati. 1-point loss to Indianapolis, and a 3-point loss to the Chargers. They could realistically be undefeated too, the Broncos. They should at least be 3-1 because the Colts missed that field goal at the end and then the penalty. So, but I looked at this one. This line opened up at a 5.5. It's down to a 4 in some places. I got Denver. I got the Broncos. I got them at 4.5. I'm not saying that they win, but some weird BS is going to happen. I feel like the Black Magic this year went from the Chiefs to the Eagles. The Eagles have won by one score every single game. So I could easily see this one being a field goal game. So I'm going to be on the Broncos plus the 4.5. And the Broncos are actually a contest play for us. Dun, 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 dun. There's contest play. Number 1 is the Denver Broncos. Devontae in the TikTok chat saying Duke. And I'm saying no, I'm on Cal. I'm on California today. Late night game, Cali. No ECU college football game today. No, they play in Tulane on Thursday. This is their bye week. So no ECU today. Here's a game that I really had no interest in. We got the Raiders and the Colts. The Colts are 7-point favorites. 47.5 is your total. Of course, one of my... There we go. Well, and I refreshed it on the perfect timing. You got the Colts, or 7-point favorites. Colts 3-1. Raiders 1-3. Raiders, honestly, they should be 2-2. 1-point loss last week to the Bears. 17-point loss to the Commanders. A 11-point loss to the Chargers. They did beat New England. On the opposite side, you got the Colts, who finally got their first loss of the year. They're now 3-1. After wins versus Miami, Denver, and Tennessee, they lost by 7 to the Rams. And I looked at this one, and this one's a complete pass to me. No real interest in this game. There wasn't really any crazy line movement for me to like. Like this line opened up at 6.5, and it's bounced from 6.5 to 7 constantly. And with the amount of money coming in, it's Raiders or nothing. But it's gonna be nothing in this Raiders Colts game for me. I've been playing punt props, 5-1. I love fading both teams. Punt props, I like it. You keep betting those punt props for sure. Let's keep on rolling through, and here is not only the beauty game of the week. This is my best bet. We've got the New York Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are now 2.5-point favorites. They keep moving up with a total of 42. We've got the Giants coming into this one after their first win of the year against an undefeated Chargers team. So very impressive win there after losing 3 in a row to start the year to the Commanders, the Cowboys, and the Chiefs. Saints are 0-4, but they've been competitive in 3 out of the 4 games because I know that yesterday it says 31-19 Bill, or for last week it says 31-19 Bills. That was a 21-19 game going into the fourth quarter. So that one was close. We don't talk about the Seattle game. And then the Niners game and the the Cardinals game were both 1-score games. So the Saints have actually been playing competitive football. And I will say, coming into today, it's 17-1. But we'll see, because I do have a trifecta going later. If depending on how that one goes, we could be either 20-1, 19-2, 18-3, or 17-4. But the Saints are going to be a trifecta this week. The Saints are my trifecta play this week. You go from dog to favorite. Yes, Malik Neighbors is going to be out for the Giants, but it's more of everybody just saw the Giants win their first game against an undefeated Chargers team. The Saints are 0-4. Nobody's going to like this play. Give me the Saints. It's gross, but I love it. Saints, I got Saints money line at -125. Saints first half at 120. Saints first quarter at -120. Give me the Saints. I took my Saints when I was a pick'em. Yeah, there you go. New Orleans kicker over 1.5 field goals and Saints money line. I'm all over the Saints. Although I did not make them a contest play. There's a reason why, but we're not going to mention it. The next game is the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Jets. The Dallas Cowboys are now only a 1.5 point favorite with a total of 47.5 in this game. Cowboys coming off of that crazy Sunday night game where they tied 40-40, but that was I've heard that was the most entertaining tie ever. So there's at least that. They're also 1-2 to start the year. The Jets still looking for that first win, very elusive first win. Losses to Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Tampa, and Miami. They're finally back at home after 2 straight games in Florida. And the fact that this line is already a 1.5 now, I already see some pick'ems again, or they're getting close to being pick'ems again. But this line opened up 2.5, got up to 3, then back down to 2.5, 1.5. I think the Jets get their first win of the year. I'm on the Jets. I took their money line at plus 115. I hate myself for it. It's also a contest pick for me. So Broncos and Jets are the first 2 contest picks. I just see everybody going crazy with the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, they played a crazy good game. The Jets are defeated. All the Cowboys have to do is beat a team that hasn't won a game yet. Give me the Jets. I got their money line plus 115. Unbiased, I took it as a letdown move for the Giants. I like it. No, I don't have it. Sorry. And not to mention, he's no longer on the team. He's on Miami. I believe Zach Wilson's on Miami. Lepa here. Good luck, folks. And thank you for the show, my brother. Of course, Top G. Let's get it. Last week's Cowboy game pissed me off. Only 1 field goal for Dallas. Lost my 5K parlay. Ouch. I was on the Cowboys plus 7, so that was a good game for me, but I'm sorry about that one. Lions money line, Bills money line, Eagles plus 7.5. Mahomes 1 passing touchdown, minus 115. About to win a new house with this bet. LOJK. I will be honest. I want nothing to do with the Lions. Lions game in general. Lions look good. I'm not laying 10.5 points on the road. Bills, I'm going to be all on. I'm going to be on them, and I'm against you on the Eagles. But I have the Broncos plus 4.5, so we can both win. Garrett Wilson over receiving yards. He's going off. After what he did last week, which was basically nothing besides a garbage time touchdown. Yeah, why not? Jets, why not? Last time we saw a line like this, Dallas got their ass kicked. There you go. Hopefully the Jets can get the job done. Here's going to be another contest pick, and I'm going to be contrarian on this one because I know a lot of people are in the mood to fade the Ravens. I'm not going to. We got the Ravens and the Texans. Texans are 1.5 point favorites. 40.5 is your total. You've got a line flip in this one because the Ravens were minus 3.5. Now it's 1.5 for the Texans. Why is it like this? Well, to be quite simple with you guys, it's Lamar Jackson. He's out for at least this week, probably next week as well. So Lamar Jackson out the next 2 weeks. That's why the line has moved crazy. And when it comes to it, I think the line moved too much. I am on the Ravens. The Ravens is our 3rd contest pick. And I'm gonna be on them. This is just for me. This is a fade the injury report. And when it came down to it, how many people were on the Houston Texans? Actually, it's not as crazy as you think. The money's not as crazy as you think. But I'm fading the injury report, fading the line movement on that one. Give me the Ravens money line against the Texans. He doesn't have to be on the team. We just like the song. Fair. Cincy whooping Iowa State's team. Iowa State today. Yeesh. Yeah, I originally had Cincinnati written down, and then I deleted it for some reason. So I'm a little bit annoyed with that one, but it is what it is. Gut check game. Took the Ravens money line. Isn't Rush the backup dependent? Yes. I trust Cooper Rush. I think Cooper Rush season. Let's go. I do like that spot. Yes. Both kickers over their field goals. Sure. Honestly, I could see the Ravens being a very ugly game, like a 18-14 type of game. I could definitely see that. So I'm not going to talk you off of it. We're going to keep on rolling. And this is going to be another one of the contest plays. We got the the Dolphins and the Panthers up next. I keep saying Lions. I'm staring at their logo right now. The Dolphins are 1.5 point favorites with a total of 45.5. You've got the Dolphins coming into this one after winning their first game on Monday Night Football in prime time, so everybody remembers that one. Previous to that, they lost badly to the Colts, to the Patriots, lost by 10 and covered against the Bills, and then they won last game versus the Jets. On the opposite side, you got the Carolina Panthers, who are coming off of back-to-back, like 2 weeks of the exact opposite. 2 weeks, week 3, 30-0 win against Atlanta. Week 4, 42-13 versus New England. Just an ugly game. And for me in this one, I like the bounce back spot, especially with the way that this line has been moving. We look at, that's the opening line. Oops. The Carolina Panthers it's been flipping back and forth, but I like the spot with it. And the way that the money's coming in, a lot of people are on the Miami Dolphins, and the line's moving in the right direction for the Panthers. Panthers are going to be the fourth play for the contest this week. So far, Broncos, Jets, Panthers, and Ravens are the first 4 contest picks. And we'll talk about the final contest pick. It'll be in the last game. But yeah, Devontae in the TikTok chat saying you strong on the Yankees, on the Brewers bet. All of my baseball bets are the same. I do like the Brewers today. I'm a fan of Freddie Peralta. I think he shuts down the Cubs. And then Yankees money line. You see Blue Jays written here. I like the Blue Jays in that one. Quinn saying, nah, Cubs covering. I just don't see the Cubs scoring enough against Peralta. I don't see it, Quentin. Overreaction to last week, but ugly game too. So Panthers it is, and both quarterbacks throw an interception. I don't hate that untouchable. I do think that this one could definitely be an ugly game. We got 5 games left. We'll talk Titans and Cardinals. The Cardinals are 7.5 point favorites with a total of 41.5. You've got a Tennessee Titans team that, after winning the first overall pick last year, has not won anything since. They are 0-4 to start the year. Losses to the Denver Broncos, the LA Rams, the Indianapolis Colts, and the Houston Texans. And they covered once against Denver week 1. On the opposite side, you got the Arizona Cardinals, who are 2-2. After starting off the year 2-0, they had wins against the Saints and the Panthers. And none of them were by double digits, or none of them were by more than a score. And then they lost by a point to San Fran and 3 points to Seattle. So they're on a little bit of a down stretch. I did see this line start up at a 9.5, 10 area, and it's down to a 7 and a hook. And I am on the Titans in this one. I'm on the Tennessee Titans. With the way that the line's moving, because it moved from 9.5 to 7.5, and with the way that the tickets and everything's coming in, 59% of the tickets, 44% of the money's on the Cardinals, which is telling me more of the bigger bets, the sharper money is on the Titans. I did grab the Titans here plus 7.5 versus Arizona. 4 games left, and I do like this game. We've got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I even see this line moved up to a 4 in some books for the Seahawks. 44.5 total. Both teams sitting at 3-1 to start the year. Tampa Bay coming off their first loss of the year. That was against the Philadelphia Eagles. And then you've got they had wins against Atlanta, Houston, and the Jets, which whoop-de-doo. None of them were that impressive. Seattle this year, 3-1. They started off with their loss against San Francisco. Since then, they've played Pittsburgh, New Orleans, and Arizona. So they haven't really played much either. But when it came to this one, the line moved from, I believe it opened up at a 3. Sorry, it opened up even less. It opened up at a 1.5, 2.5. It opened up at a 2.5, and it's gone to 3.5. I see some 4s. I am on Seattle. I grabbed a -3.5. This one was our 6th pick. It was close to being a contest play, but not quite there. But I do like the Seattle Seahawks in this one. TikTok chats ask Carlos in TikTok chat saying, "Do we like the over 7.5 on the Cubs and Brewers game?" I'm going to say no, and the only reason why is I think Freddie Peralta shoves today. I think you're going to get a really good game out of Freddie Peralta. So that's the only reason why I can't. I'm just going to be on the Brewers. Although I would like to see Brewers score. I feel like if it's going to go over, it's going to be like 8-3 Brewers. That's what you're going to need for the over. My guy Chad Rolland over field goals and the under. You with your field goals. Hey, if you're making money off them, go for it. I think I like too many unders this week in the NFL. I feel like you could probably get a good showing though from the unders. Connor, no chance Jets win. Not a chance. Not a chance. I mean, they're defeated. They've got to lose every single game, right? If they have no chance, then why does this line open up at a 3 and it's all the way down to a 1.5 with all the money and tickets coming on the Dallas Cowboys? So, no, I'm going to stick with my Jets bet. Thank you. I'm going to work through this one a little bit quickly because I have absolutely no interest in this game. Lions are 10.5 point favorites. 49.5 is your total. Lions finally look good. 3 straight wins after losing opening week to Green Bay. Cincinnati, since starting off 2-0 with Joe Burrow, they lost Joe Burrow. They're 0-2 since. They're 2-2 now to start the year. And with Jake Browning, man, I would love to take 10.5 points with the Bengals, but I'm going to be quick with this one. This one's going to be a pass. I just not a fan of this game at all because I'm not laying double digits with the Lions on the road, but I do not trust the Bengals. So this one, so when I look at the card each time, there's always a game that I see and go, no, thank you. Yeah, that was this game. Lions should win. Whether or not they win by double digits, I don't know. So I chose to stay off this game for sure. Commanders and the Chargers. This one should be another fun one. Chargers are now 2.5 point favorites with a total of 47.5. We're finally going to get Jalen Daniels back for the Commanders, so that's going to be a big help for them. They're now 2-2. They started off 1-1. That's when they lost Jalen Daniels. They went 1-1 without him. Honestly, they probably could have beaten Atlanta with him, but they not having him definitely did hurt there. Chargers 3-1. The Chargers are coming off of losing to the Giants in their last game after they took care of 3 straight AFC West opponents, divisional opponents. It's another game I didn't bet. Although we look at the line movement and the line opened up at, what are we doing? 2.5, and it's gone up to 3, back down to 2.5, to 3, to 2.5, to 3. It's just been flipping back and forth constantly with that. So this one's could be a stay away spot. I'm excited to see Jalen Daniels back. Maybe look towards an over in this game because both offenses should be clicking, but not really going to be interested in jumping on a side in this one. Field goals are the nerfio football. I like that. I like that a lot. Field goals are the Nerfy of football. Makes sense. Makes sense. We've got the final one, and this will be where the last contest play comes in. We got the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Bills up to an 8.5 now, with a total of 49.5. The Patriots are 2-2. They have wins against Miami and Carolina, an absolute blowout win in their last game. Losses to Pittsburgh and Vegas. The Buffalo Bills are undefeated to start the year, 4-0. They covered their first 2 weeks. They did not cover their last 2 weeks. Granted, the last 2 weeks were double-digit spreads. Now, 8.5 is pretty close, but we'll see how that one goes. I looked at this line because it opened up at 7.5. And since then, it's gone from 7.5 up to an 8.5. I think this is your classic blowout game. The Patriots are going to be a very public dog. 80% of the money is on the Patriots. So Patriots, very public dog. I think this is a blowout spot. The Bills were almost a trifecta for me. It's the Bills team that they win this game, and I'm going to call the AFC East over. They'll be 4-0, and the next team competing with them is 2-3. So Buffalo wins this game. I think they win by double digits. I think they win by 20 plus. I think this is your classic blowout game on Sunday Night Football. So give me the Bills. I got them for the contest at 7.5. I think they win by double digits here. What are Destiny's plays today? And hopefully you're both on the Saints. I don't know what Destiny's plays are. I will text her later, and that will be up tomorrow. Make sure you guys, me versus Destiny on Twitter. We're having fun with that one again. And both of us are coming off of 4-1 weeks. So I know that she was excited about that one. So I will post it on Twitter once those are made available. But that is all of the games for today's card. We will be off tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday. And we'll see you guys then. Make sure you guys are checking out. Let's quickly. No, we're good. That's to do it for today's show. One comment. I got Judkins, Saquon, Gibbs, Pickens, Wilson, and JSN over a touchdown. Good luck. I don't really bet touchdown props, but I wish you luck. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'll see you guys again on Monday. Peace out, guys.